Good afternoon, Saints Nation, and welcome to the CCA East Qualifiers here on the Saints Gaming CA Twitch channel. My name is Dan Banner, and joined alongside me, we have Nick Milage. Welcome back, Nick. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm excited to be on the caster's desk again for the Saints. And I mean, it's been a couple of months, but I'm back and I'm excited. New season, and we got a tournament today.
Absolutely. For all days to come back here, came back for a good one, of course. This is the one that both of our Rocket League teams have really been striving for the last couple of weeks, maybe this past month or so since they started getting back into action. But of course, the CCA qualifiers. What is the significance of this? But this is what gets you into the play-ins for the CRL. And the CRL is the collegiate league that's actually hosted by Psyonix, by Rocket League themselves, getting on the Rocket League Twitch channel, getting in front of the most eyes in basically all of Rocket League, which is just absolutely crazy. Lots of pressure to be had, but I know our Saints are up to the pressure.
Yeah, we got two teams going for St. Clair, so I mean that's pretty good. And I mean it's a stacked tournament. We got I believe 115
Mm-hmm.
teams signed up for this. That's a lot of teams. That's a lot of pressure. But I mean, going into this, you've been playing well the last couple of weeks, and I think they got it all ready. I think they can make it.
And of course, you hear the buzzer right around the corner, getting ready to hop into the swing of things here in just a moment. But yeah, just a nice mixture here in these qualifiers from club teams, but then there's of course a ton of varsity rosters here as well. And then how is this going to work here with the broadcast, since we have the two Saints teams kind of going at the same time here? The bracket actually worked out. If you do want to follow along, !bracket in the Twitch chat will bring up the bracket so you can follow along live. And you'll see that our gold squad, they got the bye, so we won't see them until round 2. So this lines up perfectly. We get to stream green here once again. But one thing you may also notice when you look at that bracket, we're on the exact same side of the bracket. So when it comes to the actual play-ins itself, if both of our Saints teams keep on winning, they'll have to play each other for a play-in spot for the winner side. There is, of course, still the loser's bracket side, so you still get a second chance in that regard. So it should be interesting nonetheless. We do have the players flooding the lobby right here, right now, in just a moment. Let's hop into the game as we have Southeastern University versus the St. Clair Saints green team.
Yeah, kickoff right off the bat. We're starting it fast. There's no wait time, and I mean, I'm excited to see this. For the side of Southeastern University, you have Willpower, Tonics, and JTSM. I haven't seen this squad play, so I'm excited to see what they can do against our Saints.
Here, so the running joke that I apparently have going on here is that if I say that it's going to be a close match on paper, this is going to be a 3-0 blowout for the Saints. So this is going to be an extremely close matchup on paper, right? No, but at the same time, though, we'll have to see, of course. First time seeing Southeastern University here in action, at least this season. I don't think we've played them for a good while, if so. That being said, though, the Saints are going to start off with some good old pressure as possible. Nitrix was looking for that submarine pass, but it is going to be stopped by Willpower.
Yeah, Nitrix is going to have a chance here, but again, so far it's kind of like a back and forth. St. Clair with a little bit of pressure, and that's Southeastern almost had a chance there. Kamal, that's not the proper what you want to do, and Raymond with a save.
Hey, all sorts of interference and checking from behind is all legal here in Rocket League, of course. Now, the other thing to note, too, these first couple matches, they are all best of 3, so every single match counts. You have way less time to actually make your proper adjustments for each round, compared to the past leagues that we've been competing in here. So, lots of pressure from both sides to get the job done, and get the job done quickly.
Yeah, and once you get into the final round, to finals to go into the play-in qualifier, that's a best of 5, so you do have a little more time. But again, compared to last season where all games were best of 5, you don't have much time to get prepared. You have to play your game the best you can, and little to no mistakes.
All currently now kind of stuck in the Southeastern zone, not necessarily towards the net just yet. There's going to be JTSM going to push things forward for the Southeastern squad for at least just a moment. Passed back to, I believe, Tonic. Now we have a bit of a drag race here towards the ball in the center field, but a very even matchup to start things off. But I'm very curious to see if it'll stay like this the entire way through, or if somehow, somewhere, the Saints are just going to flick a switch and all of a sudden it just turns onto Southeastern's head. Or will it be the reverse? Because we do see an opportunity here. Will Power puts it towards the net, but Kamal going to push it aside.
Yeah, it's been mostly St. Clair with the pressure, but no good opportunities yet. They've been just keeping it in the zone, keeping the pressure up. Make Southeastern a little more nervous, you could say. And but again, they're playing good defense, and I mean that's the best you can ask for if you're Southeastern. Azran, almost gets a chance there.
Rebound? Not quite though. Not quite going to find it. Going to end up being passed back. Those Nitrix who had control for at least a second, but now it kind of bounced away from them. So Ramen going to be the first line of defense versus Will Power. But push aside, rebound from Tonic is going to be interfered with as well. Will Power just going right into the goaltender's crease. Going to smack some of the Saints aside. Loose ball towards the crease. Kamal has control. He's going to try and bring this over. Gets past one, gets past two. Can he find a shot? No. Tonic is going to be right there.
Wow, I thought they had a chance right there. That was, unfortunately, it was only one Saints player up. As Nitrix, I believe, almost had a shot there, and I would have given them the lead. But again, the defense coming from Southeastern University is just great. As Raman's going to get a shot here. Ooh! Redirect by Nitrix. And that is a beauty goal. Oh, my.
Oh, that is an absolute laser. That's the kind of one you dream about. Beautiful pass there from Ramen. Nitrix right there, like you said, just make that tiny little redirect to make sure that didn't ding off the post. And now St. Clair takes the lead for the first time here in the series, first goal of the entire series. Let's see if they can hang on for another minute. But Southeastern, I know, is hungry and ready to fight back, but we do have it in the Southeastern zone. How long can we keep it there?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do if they can get the ball in the offensive zone, put a little more pressure on St. Clair. As you know, Ramen's gonna take this across the goal, which isn't really my favorite. It always gets me a little nervous, but you never know. An exciting play. Kamal's gonna send that into their end, but he's gonna get demoed.
I mean, we've seen it time and time again where the backboard might as well be a fourth player on your team ready to pass it back to you, right? So I guess if you're just kind of carrying it above the crease yourself but not actually bouncing off the backboard, you're at least delaying time here. A scary play, but made it work nonetheless. Now back into the Southeastern zone with about 30 seconds left to go here. Kamal's going to try and keep it in that zone. A bit of a pop fly ball here in the midfield area. Tonic, centering pass. Who's there? That's going to be JTSM. He's going to find the tying goal with 11 seconds left on the clock. Beautifully done, and we have ourselves a game. This one's a close one.
I don't know who that was, but that demolition coming from the side of Southeastern really helped him out on that goal. And that's just, open net. And just as I was saying, you have an open net to tie the game, but then you give off a kickoff goal, and that's one thing you don't. That's one thing you don't want to do coming from Southeastern. But 7 seconds, it's plenty of time. Not plenty of time, but they do have time once the ball's up in the air. And hopefully Southeastern can do something here, tie it up, maybe get an OT in game number 1.
Just when I was thinking we were going to find ourselves in an OT situation, it gets taken away just like that. Your St. Clair Saints green team going to start things off on the winning side, going to take first game here in this matchup, but of course, still at least one more to go here. Goal is going to be Kamal and Nitrix, but Nitrix also found himself an assist alongside Ramen. And then on the side of Southeastern, JTSM finding the goal for his squad.
Yeah, you can see right there how good that St. Clair dominated in the offensive end. They had 11 shots in game number 1, so that's kind of a surprise how many shots they did get off. And game 2, it was close. They didn't score till about a minute left in the game, so maybe Southeastern can come back this game and tie up the series.
We'll have to take a look and see how they end up doing that this time by. It's game 2 now underway. Clean slate. Let's see what this Southeastern squad can pull off, or if the Saints are going to find an opportunity to close us out with another sweep. And how about a start like that to get this thing back towards the sweeping side of things? Nitrix with the pass on over off of JTSM, and then Ramen, like I said, that backboard might as well be your 4th best teammate. Just bops it right back down. Beautifully done, and Saints take an early lead.
I was not expecting a goal in the first 10 seconds, and that is just a beautiful goal. Beautiful rebound by Ramen, and I mean, to get off this early is kind of surprising, especially with last game. But again, it's the luck of the ball movement, and unfortunately for Southeastern that they didn't have anybody there.
Possible play here for Ramen. Looks to break through. JTSM's like, no, you're not getting through on us that easily. We're going to take that away from you. But it does only get to the midfield zone where Tonic is going to try and push things forward. Looking to maybe try a centering opportunity. Kamal, as always, defensively sound. Going to shut that down. 2 shots off the post and the crossbar, respectively. Going to be pushed aside now. Opportunity here for Southeastern, pushing into the St. Clair zone. But again, Kamal just constantly finding himself a way to sneak on through and at least clear the ball out of the zone. Start a play.
Kamal's ball control is one of the best, as Tonic's going to get just a bad opportunity there. He almost had a chance at a goal, but it hit the wrong side of the wall where the ball meets the ground, and unfortunately not there.
So close, and the demo was on point too, so I don't think there would have been any Saints defense to actually make that save had he hit it the way I'm sure he had wanted to and envisioned it. But unfortunately, opportunity going to slip aside. We now have Saints back in. Tic-tac-toe shot coming through, but it's going to be JTSM with the interference in net.
Yeah, that was a big save coming from JT to keep them only down by 1, so they still have a opportunity as Kamal gets the demo, and that's going to be a shot on goal. But again, JT SM with another big save.
Yeah, sacrifices himself to make the save, but it all works ill in the end. Going to be now seeing what happens here as Southeastern pushes it right back into the Saints zone. But once again, every single time they get the opportunity to do so, we get ourselves an opportunity, and the slow ball fakie coming out here from the Saints. Ramen going to get credited for this one. Kamal passes it back, but then the slightest little micro touch coming out here from Ramen, just enough to kind of push it forward, because the defense on the side of Southeastern, they had that right. Had Ramen tried to crush that, he would have made that save. But the slow ball out of nowhere just completely throws him off, and now the Saints have themselves a 2-goal lead with maybe a third. Nope, Willpower going to shut that down.
Yeah, that's probably the best fake you'll see in this series. I was not. There's some things you don't expect, and a fake like that is not one of them. I thought he was going to boom it into the goal, but there's still half the game left, so Southeastern they have enough time to do something, but they got to work now, or else it's over for them.
And I can't help but wonder if this all is just kind of a little bit of a psych play coming out after, like, Southeastern. They get the opportunity to tie things up. They get extremely excited. They're all hyped up, and then they instantly, like 5 seconds later, unfortunately give up the game winner. I can't help but wonder if that maybe shook them up a little bit. At the same time, though, they're still trying their damnedest. They're pushing on forward, trying to get past Kamal. Kamal was just the absolute brick wall right now here, but now Southeastern finally have themselves an opportunity. Willpower looking to hit it. Spoiler, not quite going to find it, however. It's just going to be put into the corner of the Saints zone.
You have Ramen trying to carry the ball up the field and then go for the demo, but it didn't quite work out. And again, St. Clair's just absolutely, as Kamal gets a shot, and I believe that was Tonic that couldn't make the save 100%. He got a touch of the ball, but again, not enough. St. Clair's up 3-0.
Definitely unfortunate there for Willpower. I see what he was trying to do, trying to lob it down for one of his teammates to just absolutely crush it. However, I don't know if it was the angle off of Willpower's pass or the reaction time from the players themselves that just threw that play ever so slightly off, basically just teeing up Kamal to just let it rip down the field and puts it into the net. So 3-0. Looking like another sweep incoming here, unless the Southeastern University squad could pull something out of a hat right here, right now. But a number 4 would be an absolutely devastating blow to their confidence as well. But they do manage to clear it out. Good stops by the Southeastern squad. And now just kind of back in the same zone, Kamal doing his thing as usual.
Kamal gets a flip reset, but not enough boost to continue as another shot gets on, but it's off the post. Oh man, St. Clair is just absolutely dominating.
Nice.
That's gonna be another shot.
But even nicer save,
Big.
though. Holy smokes.
Yeah, and a big save coming from Tonic.
I give credit to that save was huge, and another huge one there from Tonic to at least keep this game in that reachable area. You kind of see the Southeastern squad kind of floundering it in their own crease, really making these scary. And it's going to just leave it nice and easy here for Ramen to find himself the hat trick here in this game, finding, of course, third goal of the game, at least like 4 or 5 in the series total. Yeah, just with how much whiffed shots or whiffed passes that happened in the crease, that was the ultimate tee up there for Ramen. Knocks it down nice and easy, and it's looking like Saints are going to be taking this one.
Yeah, and that's what you get for being offensive, keeping the pressure on, making sure you hit the ball, and a big save there by Ramen. And I mean, the offensive pressure Saints have put on in this second game is just unbelievable. Shot after shot, only letting the ball in their end for about 10 seconds, I think, per possession, and it's just unbelievable defense and offense.
Absolutely. Even when they have it in the zone, it was just Kamal constantly carrying it out of the corner anyway. So everyone, like, A-okay, nice and safe. Not really any dangerous plays, to say the least here. I'm just going to get the confirmation that this is the best of 3 or not. I don't see anybody readying up, so I think that is it. Yeah, that is the best of 3. So second guess myself a little bit, throw it back to us for just a second here, but a solid start here for the Saints. Find themselves the sweep onto Southeastern University, but I will give Southeastern University credit. I feel like, sure, there's a lot of games in that second game, but that was like the closest game they've had all season. Oddly enough, like for the Saints to start things off, but I feel like it's only going to get tougher.
Yeah, and good luck to Southeastern in the lower bracket. Good luck to them, and hope we meet them again. Maybe they'll come up in the finals there, and maybe it'll be a closer matchup. But again, they played great in the second game. They just couldn't hit their shots, and unfortunately, when you don't hit your shots, that's what happens when you can't hit your shots. You unfortunately lose.
Yeah, you could have all the best defense in the world, which, to be fair, they were sound. Tonic was making some absolutely absurd saves there for the side of Southeastern. But unfortunately, defense doesn't put you on the scoreboard, and you have to be able to finish those opportunities. Even if you don't get very many of them, you have to at least make something of it. But yeah, every single time Southeastern University got it into the St. Clair zone, it was always in a corner. It was never really like a threat to the crease at all. And if anything, it just let Kamal just kind of take to the skies with it over and over and over again, and just set up passes for everybody else, or finding the shot himself even in certain situations. So just a little bit more to go here. Of course, Southeastern going to be dropping down to the losers bracket or lower bracket side of things. Still have plenty of opportunities. And hey, maybe with one of the other leagues somewhere down the line as road, maybe we'll get a bit of a rematch sometime soon. It's a good squad, though. Looking forward to seeing them in the future.
Yeah, I can't wait to see them. That was actually, hopefully they turn out to be more like game one, a little bit closer. They played great defense in the first, and, even the second one, there was plenty of defense. But going back to Kamal, from this season, like from the spring to the summer, he's just been more consistent with the aerials, and I love to see that.
Absolutely. And then Nitrix, I feel like he's been more of the defensive player or one of the defensive players on the side of St. Clair. However, he knows when to sneak up there and find his opportunity. Like, he may not necessarily be the one doing the crazy high flying stuff. Like, I'll give the credit to Ramen for that one. He's finding these insane, high angle, knockdowns, redirects, and such. But Nitrix, he is the tactician of sorts. Like, if I put myself right here, even if I just tap it, is this going to cause the goal? And we've seen that in that first game where Ramen laser beam pass, but it would have probably hit the post. Who else, though? Nitrix sneaks in there, backflip, smokes it. Just a perfect play there, nonetheless. Quickly, that being said, we're going to be taking ourselves a very short break because we do have some more CCA matches around the corner here. This time, we're going to jump in with the St. Clair Saints Gold team for their match in just a moment. I'm actually going to check the brackets here just a second to see if we know who we are competing up against. Of course, feel free to follow along !bracket in the chat. We'll we'll bring this up, and Davenport University is where we're going to be, or is who we're going to be playing up against. So within a few minutes' time, they're already inviting me to the party. So very, very short break. Shouldn't be like, I think it was last weekend where we had like 30-minute breaks in between. No, we'll probably be back within like 10, 15 at worst. But unless there's any final thoughts, Nick, for this matchup.
Good luck to both teams moving on, and I'm excited. This should be a great tournament.
Absolutely. Without further ado, we'll quickly throw it to a break, and we'll get back into the action as soon as it gets started with our St. Clair Saints gold team versus Davenport University.